Hi, guys, I'm gonna share a scary story. It was a dark and stormy night, and the wind was howling like a pack of wolves outside. I was huddled up in my blanket, trying to keep warm as I listened to the rain battering against the windows. Suddenly, there was a loud knock at the door, which made me jump in fright. Who could be out on a night like this? I hesitated for a moment before reluctantly getting up to answer the door. Little did I know that what was waiting for me on the other side would be the beginning of a terrifying ordeal. As I opened the door, I was greeted by a figure cloaked in a dark hooded robe, with only their eyes visible beneath the shadow. They asked if they could come in to escape the storm, and despite my better judgment, I allowed them to enter. Once inside, they sat down by the fire and began to tell me a story. It was a tale of a cursed object that had been passed down through generations, bringing death and misery to all who possessed it. As the story went on, I couldn't help but feel a sense of unease creeping over me. Suddenly, there was a flash of lightning, illuminating the room and revealing the face of the stranger. Their eyes were empty and soulless, and their skin was as pale as death itself. I realized with horror that I had let in something other than a mere traveler seeking shelter from the storm. I tried to run, but it was too late. The stranger had already sunk their claws into me, and I was powerless to resist as they dragged me into the darkness. I spent what felt like an eternity trapped in a nightmare, tormented by unspeakable horrors and endless darkness. When I finally awoke, it was morning, and the storm had passed. The stranger was nowhere to be seen, and all that remained was the faint scent of sulfur and the cold, creeping fear that still lingered within me. I knew then that I had narrowly escaped with my life, but the memory of that night would haunt me for years to come.